this evening scored for Dover Athletic in the second minute by number 8, Leroy Ambrose.
Despite that setback, Dover Athletic remain one of the best supported teams in the region.
Dover's fans was severely tested last season when they were prevented from joining the Vauxhall Conference despite winning the Premier Division. The FA approved the ban even though Dover had spent £250,000 improving their stadium. So now there's an added spirit in their play. But Crawley, who are the wrong end of the division, were equally defiant and clung on by goalkeeper Dave Waterton's fingertips. Tony Rogers' spectacular effort producing one of many saves that kept the scores level at half-time and gave Crawley the chance to take a surprise lead. Craig Whittington scoring from close range after 73 minutes. Dover equalised 5 minutes later, defender Mark Harrop choosing the perfect moment to score his first of the season. Meanwhile, league leaders Worcester City were losing at Bromsgrove, so Dover's draw at the Crabble ground was a missed opportunity to go top.
Jason Bartlett, number 4, Dixon,
Dover, playing in white, were always in command against Worcester, and the pressure paid off for them in the 16th minute. A fine run by Corey Brown down the right flank, and Ian O'Connell's header it is who found Steve Cuggy, who stabbed the ball home. His 21st goal of the season, and that took Dover a step nearer promotion. Worcester's only real chance in the first half fell to Sheen London after a mix-up in the Dover defence, but with an open goal he shot over the bar. Final score there, Dover 1, Worcester 1.
Dover Athletic, they've taken the Beezer Homes League by storm. Mike Field now reports.
In 1983, Dover Football Club seemed doomed. The liquidators were in and yet another South East team was on the scrap heap. A decade later, and Dover Athletic Football Club is the region's big success story. Top of the Beezer Homes League, promotion a certainty, and Football League status the next target.
Great! They are the best. Magic.
Gillingham beware. That's all I can say. We're going to be the #1 team in Kent.
Oh, I think they're fabulous. We must win the league this time.
Certainly going to win the league.
I don't know, I've never been before.
2,000 fans crammed into the Crabble ground for Saturday's game against Worcester, hoping to see Dover clinch the league title. And after 15 minutes, Dover were in the lead. Corey Brown's run, Ian O'Connell's cross, Colin Bluden's header, and Steve Cuggy stabbed the ball in, his 21st goal of the season. The celebrations were a little premature. Dover became complacent and let in Worcester for a late equaliser. Just a minor hiccup. Dover's ambition remains undimmed.
I'm very ambitious. I want to be in the Football League. As I say, we've probably won more things than anybody else in non-league football, bar maybe Wickham. And the club, I would think, could go into the Football League. We're not going to go in there with money problems, and the chairman's not going to not pay the players. It's a very friendly club right from the top.
If it's one where it's stability, really. We've got the same directors now that formed the club 10 years ago. Chris Kinnear, the manager's been here 8 years, and the majority of the team have been here 4, 5, maybe 6 years.
Dover have won 23 of their 35 games, and if they beat Hastings on Easter Monday, they become champions. Mike Field at Crabble for Meridian Tonight. Conference League with our new record signing David Leworthy scoring twice on his home debut. More goals like this at Macclesfield tomorrow, and Leworthy could soon be repaying that £50,000.
Dover were in top form in their GM Vauxhall Conference game against Woking at the Crabble ground. The Kent side moved up the table with first half goals from Junior Lewis, David Scott and Russell Milton, who made it 3. After the break, the Dover goal machine produced 2 more. The first from David Leworthy, making it 4. Then just 11 minutes before the end, Brown capped a memorable display with this well-finished goal. An impressive final score, Dover 5, Woking 0.
Tomorrow on the road to Wembley. The FA Cup begins with the first qualifying round and sees white-shirted Dover travel up the motorway to take on Beezer Homes League Sittingbourne. Dover, sitting proudly at the top of the Vauxhall Conference after last weekend's victory over Gateshead, are enjoying a superb season. A goal by David Leworthy and 2 from Corey Brown saw them through to a 3-1 success. Sittingbourne, top of the Beezer Premier Division and keen to go higher, could well provide stiffer opposition though. An expected crowd of 5,000 at Central Park can anticipate a real cup cracker. A crowd of over 3,500, 600 more than at Gillingham, watched Beezer Premier Division leaders Sittingbourne play Dover in the first qualifying round of the FA Cup. Murray Jones gave Bourne an early lead. But with time running out, Dover, top team in the Vauxhall Conference, were awarded a penalty. Captain Tony Dixon, the man brought down. David Leworthy made it 1-1. The two sides meet in a replay at Dover tomorrow night at a 7:45 kickoff.
I'm Jeff Norton, I support Dover Athletic. I think there should be a lot more non-league football instead of just league football on TV.
Now, a big crowd is expected at Dover's football ground this evening for an FA Cup replay between 2 of Kent's most ambitious clubs. Dover Athletic, now in the Vauxhall Conference and aiming for a Football League place, take on Sittingbourne, now in the Beezer Homes Premier Division and striving to join the conference. Saturday's first meeting attracted over 3,500 fans. They saw Sittingbourne take the lead, the scorer with a header, Murray Jones. Crowd happy, so too was Murray and his pals. But minutes before the final whistle, a controversial penalty award allowed the Vauxhall Conference side back into the game. That was the penalty. Sittingbourne not best pleased. David Leworthy didn't mind though, he just stepped up and scored. Kick-off tonight, 7:45. The winners will be at home to Gravesend and Northfleet in the second qualifying round. Meanwhile, a crowd of 3,000 watched last night's FA Cup replay between Dover and Sittingbourne in the first qualifying round. They saw underdog Sittingbourne win by 2-1. The opening goal came in the 32nd minute. Dover keeper Maurice Bunden failed to clear. Simon Beard put the Beazer Homes Premier side into the lead. That was the first knockout blow by Sittingbourne. Their second sent Southfleet referee Thompson crashing to the ground and in a daze. He recovered, eventually. So too did Vauxhall Conference Dover. Ian O'Connell equalised 5 minutes from time. But their recovery didn't last. Just 1 minute later, Sittingbourne got the winner. Kevin Mudd's goal means Sittingbourne will be at home to Gravesend and Northfleet in the second qualifying round on Saturday week. Successful team, though, is Dover Athletic. They're back on top of the Vauxhall Conference after victory over Altrincham. A crowd of over 1,600 saw David Leworthy score the only goal of the game. The region's most consistent informed team, however, continues to be Dover Athletic. They're back on top of the Vauxhall Conference after beating Witton Albion. A superb solo effort from Corey Brown, the only goal of the game.
Dover go marching on in the Vauxhall Conference League. The skills of Corey Brown set them on their way against Northwich Victoria. He started the move and, with some help from Colin Bluden and David Leworthy, he finished it. Dover made sure of victory with a cross from Jason Bartlett, which was converted by Leworthy for his 9th goal of the season. Ambitious Dover now top the league by 2 points. It's their last home match for a month, giving them time to level part of the pitch and bring it up to league standard.
Dover face a crunch match at second place Southport, having lost their way in recent weeks. They've lost both matches since beating Northwich at home, slipping to 4th in the table. This trip makes it 3 away games on the trot, but Dover remain in a strong position with games in hand over the leading clubs and with top quality strikers eager to return to form.
Form isn't the biggest threat to their hopes of being elevated to the Football League. A mountain of regulations have caught the Kent club in a real catch-22 situation. If work isn't carried out on their Crabble home by the end of the year, they'll be prevented from taking their rightful place in the league. Alan Rook has the story.
Vauxhall Conference Dover are a football club under pressure. It's tough being 1 step away from the Football League, even when you're piling on the goals, and especially when you're in the leading pack in the championship race. Pressure or not, though, the Crabble squad are confident they're in with a good chance of joining Kent neighbours Gillingham in the big time.
But no matter how successful Dover are on the pitch this season, it won't matter a jot if they don't get this sorted. It's the Crabble slope, the difference between the shallow end and the deep end of a swimming pool. I've just walked up a small hill. The difference between this side and that side is a drop of 6 feet. And if Dover don't get it sorted, they won't get promoted.
The league have given Dover until the end of December to level the pitch, but that's a target that can't be reached, according to the experts.
Any significant rainfall could result in wet, muddy areas where the work has been done, because the structure of the soil will not then allow adequate drainage.
But you're saying there's a risk of the club ending up with a mud bath here?
Absolutely.
And without a home pitch, Dover's promotion chances disappear. Money isn't a problem, though. For the ground to make the grade in the Football League, directors are ready to meet a £140,000 bill. But they say the club's being pushed too hard and they want more time.
I think it's rather unreasonable for the Football League to expect any club to renovate a pitch during the football season.
Must be a very frustrating situation for one and all here, though.
Yes, it is, and we're just waiting now until the Football League have their meeting on the 18th of November, and we shall at least then know exactly where we stand.
While Dover nervously await that ruling, there's some good news for Saturday in the trip to Southport. Last time the two teams met, Dover won this, and it wasn't an uphill task. Alan Rook in Dover for Meridian Tonight.
In the Vauxhall Conference.